Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. We're back out in the old guy's shed for episode number 6 of the Passagemaker dinghy build. You can see I've got the bottom of the boat sitting here on some sawhorses, and I think we are ready to start putting this thing together. So we got lots to do, so let's get at it. All right then, so looking at the destructions here, they start you through the stitching the hull together, and says here's, I already did this the other day, drilled out the holes that might have been filled with epoxy with the 1/16 inch drill bit. I think I've got all of them. If not, it shouldn't be too big of a problem to go back and fix that later. Now they want you to take this copper wire and cut it into 3 separate parts to end up with about a 4-inch long section. So I'm pretty bad at trying to figure out where to cut it. And it was raining earlier and I couldn't record because the noise was too loud. So I made up myself a little triangle here. It's pretty precision work. So I'm just going to put this down here. Let me just grab a marker here. So at least I'm not too far off. Shouldn't really matter, but you know me. All right, so now they show using a pair of tin snips here to cut this. So that's what I'm going to try. Don't know how well this is going to work. Well, heck, that worked pretty good. All right, good. So we got that one done. Let's see if we can get this one here. All right, well, there's one. Let's get this last one here. All right, well, good deal. So now we got that done. So now it's time to get stitching. So let me get you set up and we'll see what we can figure out there. Number 1 starboard plank here, and there's you can line up the holes. Now this, if you remember, there's a rabbet on the on this plank here, and that has to go underneath the hull, the bottom part here, and then I guess we try to line up the there's the 2 pilot holes. They say to start in the middle and to work your way towards each end. So that's what we're going to do. Here goes the first wire now. I should have my little stool. It's going to be hard on the knees for a little bit. Of course, this one right here is where the, the lower sawhorse. Yeah, so for the sawhorses, they say to put one towards each end. They don't kind of tell you how far to put them, and how far you put them depends on how much this bows. But I think there needs to be some bow in it to line up with the planks. So let me, we'll go ahead. This one here is pretty close. So we go through on the top, come underneath. That, I guess, and then it says to finger tight, twist them up so they're finger tight. It's going to take some practice. All right, well, there's one stitch in. It's pretty close. All right, let me get my stool. There we go. Now we're cooking. Get some of these guys up here. Ah, that's better. All right, so I think what I want to do is make a U first. Make almost like a staple, I think, so that it's equal lengths. There we go, that works better. All right, that's not looking too bad. I'm gonna go ahead and see. All right, so I got a good start on the middle, so I'm just going to go ahead and finish up the aft section here. The instructions say to get them finger tight, and that you come back later and get them. You tighten them down once you get all the planks together, is what it looks like. So that's what we'll do. This seems to work pretty good sitting on my stool, and then I can put this up on my shoulder and position it so that the rabbet and the bottom of the deck meet up pretty close to what I think they should be. I'm just giving them a couple twists down the bottom underneath here. All right, well, there's the back section of one done. Let me go ahead and move up, and I'll do work my way forward up to the bow. All right, well, there's the starboard side done. Go ahead and I'll do the same on the port side, and we'll be back in a little bit. All right, then, making good progress. So I got both the number one on port and starboard, and they're looking okay. I did have to go back and do the starboard side again. When you're twisting, oh yeah, and gloves. Gloves are mandatory. I hadn't even started on this port side here, and I was like, geez, my fingers are turning raw already. So I got a pair of gloves on. It's a little bit more awkward, but my fingertips may actually survive here a day or so. But anyways, yeah, so I had to go back and do the starboard side, because when you're doing the twist to twist the wires together, for most of the starboard side, I was trying to do it one-handed, and it wasn't really getting a good twist. So coming back, when I started on the port side, I take both sides of the wires and twist them with both hands, and that seemed to get us a lot better start, and it'll help when we if we have to tighten these down a little bit. So I've got both sides number ones on, so now it's time for number two, and I was sitting here scratching my head, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get number two in here at the same time, and you can see it's starting to get quite a bit of a bend here on it. So what I decided to do is put these two sawhorses at each end, and then I'll just go ahead and start in the middle like this, and get probably 4 or 5 of these done here in the middle, and then I'll start working my way up towards the end. Like I said, there's quite a bit of bend in this, so this is where the boat will probably really start taking some shape. So let me get at this and see how we do on this. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and work towards the aft now. I guess we'll see how this goes. With these sharp edges, it'll be a miracle if I don't have many stitches by the time we're done with this from cuts from these wires. But it's a little bit awkward, but I think we got a shot at making some progress here. Really, I really did it. Yep. So, all right. So there's one hole that needs to be drilled out. Maybe I can bypass it just to get. All right. Let me get my rotary tool out with the drill bit and get that hole drilled out. All right. Might as well leave that out. We know we'll be needing that again. All right, that wasn't too bad. Let's go ahead and get the front part done. That one was bare. All right, we'll see if a different perspective helps any here on showing you what it takes to get these twisted up. You can see if I got both sides. I check to make sure that we're pretty close, and then wind them around each other like that. There we go. So the number 2 port side's done. So I'll go ahead and do number 2 starboard side, and we'll be back. All right, so we got both port and starboard number 2s on. So we're starting to actually look like a boat here. It's pretty amazing. The instructions next have us say the forward and the aft bulkheads feature small tabs that fit with a bit of persuasion. Why did they even put that in there? Into the mortises in the whole bottom panel. Then thread a few wires through the holes, hold the frame just above the bottom, feed the wires into the port, slide the tabs in and tighten the stitches from underneath. All right, so anyways, let's get this darn thing in here. I'm not sure what they're talking about until I see. All right, so I got the this aft bulkhead. It's got these little tabs at the bottom, and let me just take a quick look and see if there's any. Oh yeah, this one's all right. Yep, we'll go in this way because remember, so the aft section will have a seat over it, so you won't ever see this backside, which means I probably should have epoxied it. all right, that's okay. All right, so with a little persuasion, this fits in here. Oh, well, with no persuasion almost. Oh, just a little bit over on this side. Oh, that fits good. Oh, yeah, that even fits around the planks. All right. Now, what were they talking about, these darn holes? What do you got to do with these? All right, I see. All right, let's give this a shot here. So I think what they're talking about is that it's kind of hard to get. So we're going through this hole here. Oh yeah, I see what they're saying. All right, that's all right. We can do this. So they actually want you to put these in. Is it gonna come out? All right, good. All right. What the heck? There we go. All right, we're almost there. This one bent up a little bit. All right, so a little bit of an angle here, but that's all right. We should be able to tighten these guys down a little bit, and then we've still got to do the other ones. Did it say just for the bottom? Bend them down and hold the frame just above the bottom. Feed the wires. Nope. All right, so good. So we'll do this one, then we've got two more, one here and one here to do, and then we can get the do the forward one. Let me tighten these guys down first. Where's my chair? I think if I remember right, they make a point of showing. Yeah, they make a point of showing that this is since this is a curve, this isn't going to sit square on here. There's going to be a little bit of a tilt to it, and you can also see that when you line it up and get it. There's two other holes on this plank, and then two more on this plank, so you can actually see that there's a little bit better reference point than trying to square it up with the hole. So good. I think they actually wanted you to do this for all the spots, because working this wire here through the U shape is going to be kind of difficult with this in place. I'm pretty sure we can get it. Just going to need, as they would say, just going to need some persuasion. All right, well, that doesn't look half bad. All right, good deal. Let me go ahead and get set up, and we'll tackle the that front bulkhead. That's the take apart bulkhead goes there. So let me get set up, and we'll get that one going. All righty, so here's a good one. So here's the this is the front part of the front bulkhead. This is the take apart one, and you can see. So it says in the book to leave it all together. And let's see down here. So down here you can see, so there's a pilot hole there that needs to, the panel there needs to go down a little bit. You can see the pilot holes on this side. If you come over to this side over here, there's no pilot holes to be found. Let me see if I can do this one-handed here. Oh, there they are. So these pilot holes are drilled for the width of only the one bulkhead. So this would be the aft part of the bulkhead. And you can see we've got pilot holes up here on the forward part of the bulkhead, but the aft part, but those holes don't line up. It's kind of making me wonder if I should have tried to line them up when I put this together, but I don't know. So I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take this apart, even though it said not to, put in the aft section first, and then try to fit this part back on. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'll get you set up, and we'll see if that if that has any. That's the only way I see it working without drilling some more holes for this part here, for these pilot holes. And even then, it's going to be kind of tough. There's not a lot of room to get, to get a wire between here and here. I don't see how. I don't understand. I'm confused. So, anyways, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna take this this thing apart here, try to put in only this one, and then reattach the forward part again. So let's see how that goes. All right, then. So I've got. Oops, I got. Hold on. Do I got the right? So I got 1, 2. Yeah. That's right. All right. So good. So I got copper wires in there in all these this time. So I think this is going to be pretty difficult, and hopefully I won't have to bleep out too many words here. Trying to figure out, I guess it might be better to start at one side here and work my way down. Oh, heck. Hold on. What the heck? Am I blind? All right, take 2. There was a sticker over this. I pulled off the sticker, all the stickers here, and some of it stuck on this, and so I sanded it off and it closed up the holes. I couldn't see where they were. So let's give this take 2 a try. Awkward. We'll see. Don't fall over. Well, I'm not sure if that was any easier or not, but it sure worked. Might have worked a little better for getting this straight. I'm just gonna kind of cinch these down just a little bit. All right. I don't think it's going anywhere now. That's the main thing. Now the moment of truth. All right, so I had to wanted to get some tape off of the screws that were left on from when we put it together. Put the epoxy on those carriage bolts. So all right, now let's see if we can get this to fit back in here somehow. Just like downtown. Good deal. All right, yep, that worked. That's the way to do it. All right, so I want to get those knobs back on here to keep this fairly tight. I guess we don't have any stitching to do on the forward part, even though there's holes for it. I don't know. I just don't know. I guess we don't need to do that because there's holes on the bulkhead, but not on the planks. So. All right, good. So yeah, put the knobs back on here, and I'll go ahead and tighten up the one that we did get in here just a little bit, just so we get that a little bit tighter and cinched up a little bit. And I'm gonna go ahead and pause here for the day. Give my poor fingertips a rest here, and then we'll be back out tomorrow to keep on stitching this boat together. Okay, then it's another day out here in the old guy's shed, and today I hope to get the number 3, the number 4 planks on, and the center bulkhead that should go around in here somewhere, and then maybe the transoms. If not, I'll hit the transoms up maybe tomorrow morning. But this 3 and 4 I think are going to be a challenge. I don't really have a way to hold these up here. While I do anything, I don't have any sawhorses big enough. I don't. Trying to think of what else I could use. I don't really have anything else without making a small ladder or something for it. But what I think I am going to do is try to get these, get this lined up here, get a couple stitches in it one hand, and then maybe come up and use the use a clamp like this, a bar clamp. That might work. All right, so let me get at it, and we'll see how we do here. All right, well that might hold. Let's see if I can get a couple more stitches in here without breaking anything. All right, on the stern here, we've got to do in the stern bulkhead. We've got the wire that needs to go in here, but then we also have one that needs to go here. So I think I'm going to do this one first to pull in the bottom. Everything else looks pretty good there. And then see if we, well, you know, we had problems with this before. It's almost like you need to do this as part of the first thing you do. Maybe that's what I was missing. Maybe when we put this up here, we ought to do the two bulkheads that we've got first, and then come back and do the rest of it. We'll try that on the other side. All right, good deal. Let me go ahead and work forward and get the rest of this side done. This take apart bulkhead is really a problem. They need to do something, because there's actually a hole for a wire right there, but there's no way you're getting, but the hole on the plank is right underneath this bulkhead. Even if you try to get it over a little bit, it's just too close. So you can really only go under the aft part of this bulkhead. Looks like a problem to me. When I'm bending these wires now, I'm finding that if I put this, you know, call it just a regular U-shaped bend in here, because the holes aren't parallel to each other. In other words, this one's going in this way, and then this one's coming in this way. If you try to do them parallel, they don't go through as easy. But if you put a little bit of an offset in one, something like that, and put that offset one in the top, they go in a lot easier. And the hardest part is getting them in and getting them started. Once they're in, they go through pretty quick. So it's just that matter of putting a little offset in one side will get you in a lot quicker. That's my tip of the day. All right, that doesn't look too bad. So I'll go ahead and we'll get going and do the port side. Like I said, I think if I do the two bulkheads first, that might be the way to go, and then start on it. But we'll see. Anyways, I'll pause here and we'll be back later. All right then, so I got number 3 on both sides done, so now it's time to do number 4, and it does seem to work a little bit better to start in the middle with a couple and then go right to the bulkheads from there. and I've already got wires in there. The wire on this take apart bulkhead was a little bit of a pain to get through, but I got it through, so that's all it counts. And then we'll see if we can get this number 4 on here. All right, got 2 in there. Let's see if we can get this lined up. All right, probably have to come back and do that one once we get some of the other in. Let's see if we can get this one down. All right, good deal. At least now it won't fall down. So we got that going for us. Let me go ahead and keep working on, we'll stitch it together here and see how it looks. All right, then the starboard side, number 4, is done. So let me switch back over to the port side, the infamous number 4 port side, and see if that gives me any trouble. All right, then I got the number 4 planks on the boat here. We're looking, starting to look like a boat. But now, so anyways, they tell you the next thing to do is to put in this center bulkhead. So I've already put in the copper wires here for each one. I can see the holes here, so it's pretty straightforward as to where it should go. But if it'll fit, that's the other question. Boy, this is a pain in the butt. Well, heck. Yeah, you're gonna have to bend the wire a lot more than I'd like to get these ones in. Let's see. I don't know if you can pick it up on camera, but they're all bent up. That just means it's going to be harder to get them through. I don't see a good way to do this. Maybe on this side we'll have better luck. Yeah, the only way is going to be to pull them through with a pair of needle nose here to get them at least a little bit tight. There's quite a bit of movement needed. I'm glad this boat isn't any wider, because it and I would not fit in this shed together. I knew I wasn't going to be able to get these ones at the top. All right, good. Now I can I'll start tightening them down here a little bit. See if that helps cinch them down a little bit. There's quite a bit of space on these, especially along the bottoms and the sides here. The other thing I'm doing is making sure we're kind of equal distance between the holes. It's a little bit proud up here. I'm not sure I understand why that is either. I guess I need to look at the book. It doesn't seem like that's right, because these here are pretty smooth. That one's here is just a little bit. Don't know. Let me take a look at the book real quick. Well, there's a lot of force required to get that up high. They do have, in the manual, they do show a clamp across here. See if I can get that on the other side too. Whew. Well, that's a little better. Not a lot, but a little. Whew. That was some hard work there. All right, I'm going to leave it like this for a little bit here and see what it does. Maybe it'll just fix itself. All right, not sure if I want to grab the Let's just grab the aft transom here and see how well it fits. All right, let's just put this up here and see if this is going to be a chore or what. Yep, definitely a chore. This is going to be a pain. This doesn't fit at all. See some bigger gaps along this back edge here. And it's getting pretty hot out here, so I think we're going to call it a day here. I don't know. We'll see if it clouds up and gets a little cooler out here or something. Maybe we'll try to get back out here this evening. But the problem is going to be that it needs to sit right on the back here. Fits pretty good along the sides, but the bottom is way off. Don't understand how that could be so far off. All right, yep, we'll pause here and either be back out later or out tomorrow. So last night I was doing some editing and realized this video is going pretty long, so I figured I better go ahead and end it up now, and then I'll include the bow and the aft transom in the next video. I do want to go up to Harbor Freight and get some long clamps. I think that would help with the transoms, and maybe something else. We'll have to look and see what they got. But anyways, I want to say thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Please leave me comments, questions, suggestions down below. Please tell your friends about me, and please subscribe. Everyone, take care and be good.